Hello, my name is Jeremy Fox. I am coming to you again for a status update on Snap 2 Android. Uh, so far, everything has been going superb. I am still way ahead of schedule. All of the requirements for Milestone 2 have been accomplished, and I was actually able to get the Facebook and Twitter and the email support all in in during Milestone 2, which were actually not going to be implemented until next week. So we're still way ahead of schedule. The current state of the application is pretty much that. The application is still way ahead of schedule. Um, all Milestone 2 requirements have been met, and was able to get Facebook, Twitter, email set up, and SQLite is fully integrated. So I can add records and delete records, share to Facebook, share to Twitter, share via email. Uh, so that's all way ahead of schedule. Um, see, the challenges for the week were really integrating the Facebook and the Twitter clients. Those took almost, probably about 60% of the entire development time for this week. But I figured since we were so far ahead, I would just go ahead and take the time and get it done this week. So I was able to do that. A little bit challenging, but all in all, it went pretty smoothly. It just took a little longer than I thought it would. Accomplishments for the week, I would say, being so far ahead still, um, and actually able to get some of the week 3 stuff in during week 2. So we will definitely have a lot of extra time next week to really sit down and evaluate things and see if there's anything that maybe that could use tweaking or minor changes, and really run it through a good regression test and make sure everything is rock solid. Let's see, change requirements. I don't have any change requirements at this time. Plans moving forward. So after this, we will continue on with the final requirements for week 3. Really making sure that the UI is as clean and pristine as it can be. I think there's still some things that can be addressed as far as UI and maybe UX, but I think mainly UI. So that'll be addressed. We will ensure stability by running it through regression testing, and I think that's really about it. Oh, and wiring up the photo editor. So from the photo viewer, there'll be a new. It'll look like a crop icon in the top right, and so when you touch that, depending on what picture you have open at the time, when you touch the crop or edit button, it will open the photo editor with that picture from the photo viewer, and the user will be able to edit it all kinds of ways. There'll be effects and filters, brightness, contrast, think sharpness, crop, frames, stickers, memes, all kinds of stuff. So that'll be great to get that in there. And so that's the plan for next week. Let's see. I think we'll probably be able to have it completely wrapped up and fully functional probably around maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week. So we'll have a good solid 48 to 72 hours to really just hammer on the app and just make sure that everything is rock solid. I think that's a best solution possible, actually, having quite a bit of extra time at the end to really just hammer away on the app and make sure that there's no outliers that could creep up in production. And as for the timeline, like I said, we're still way ahead of time. We're still way ahead of schedule. We will get done on time and have extra time as well. So that's about it. I'm trying to think if there's any last things. That's it. So let's quickly here, I'll pull up the app and show you where we're at. And again, I'm using Droid at screen, so it'll be a little bit delayed. All right, so we're in the app. You're seeing what I'm seeing. So there's my monitor. So we will take a look at some of the things that we did, or that I implemented during this week, milestone 2. So mainly that was deletion of photos. So let me take a few more here just to give you an idea. So let's first go into the settings and let's turn on the instant share feature. And let's go to share photos with. And let me actually just delete this so I can re-add it. So we go and we hit the plus sign. We can select the contacts we want. For now, I'm just going to use my test account. I'm going to say done here. And now we can go to social networks. And it looks like I'm having a connection issue. Let's see if it'll let me connect to Facebook. Okay, there it goes. Maybe my Wi-Fi was down or something for the moment. But that connected. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do Twitter. And Twitter is going to work a little differently. It uses a 2-series authentication now. So you have to enter your user and pass. And then you have to enter a PIN number that they will display. So let's go ahead and authorize. Okay, so now here you can see the PIN number that they display after you've logged in. So it says you granted access to Snap 2. Next, return to Snap 2 and enter the PIN number, but we're already in Snap 2. That's why I provided the enter PIN here at the bottom. So you tap this and then just enter the PIN. Hit confirm and successfully authenticated with Twitter. So now we are connected to Twitter and Facebook, and we have an email right there, user selected for email, and we have instant share turned on. So now let's go back to the camera, and I'll just flip it around and take a photo of myself. Let it catch up, okay. And here we go. So now that photo, as you'll see, it says successfully shared photo. So we come into the photo history. There's both of my photos, the one I took earlier and the one I just took just now. So now if we come back over to here, and if we look, let's refresh Facebook. So there's my photo that I just took. It's a little small because it's the front-facing camera, and that's how I'm condensing the photo size, but that's an easy tweak I can make next week. But the fact of the matter is we're connected to Facebook and the photo is being shared. So there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and remove it so people aren't thinking I'm just posting random photos of myself. And okay. Now if we come over to Twitter, we refresh, there's the photo. So now it's also posted to Twitter. I'm going to delete it there as well. And then let's see if I have this email address on here. Oh, there it is. Just took a second. And there's the photo via email. So now all the user has to do is snap a picture, and behind the scenes, the app is sending it off to Facebook, sending it off to Twitter, and emailing it to the selected parties. And they could select 20, contacts if they wanted to, and it would be emailed to all of them. So that all the sharing is now wired up and working. Let's see, where'd my thing go? And then the last thing I'll show you is the deletion. That was the last requirement here. So if I select and hold, and you'll see a check mark show up. I delete, photos go away, and it just says you don't have any photos yet. And that's it. So let's take a look at the document here. So if we look at the milestone tasks, first thing was SQLite. Create photo and contact table in the database, and then utilize the photo in the contact table for saving photos and contacts. That is done. Photo history viewer, eliminate all static data. That is done. Start pulling photos from SQLite. That is also done. When a user selects a photo in the photo history, open that photo in the photo viewer. That is complete. When a user deletes a photo, it should be removed from the disk and SQLite. That is also done. Share screen, eliminate all static data. Allow user to open address book and select a contact. Once a contact has been selected, Save the contact name and email address to SQLite as a new contact. Pull all contacts from SQLite to populate the list of previously added contacts. All of those are done. And then the last is the camera screen, which is to essentially pull the latest photo, or when a user opens the camera screen and the thumbnail in the bottom right, or the bottom left, sorry, we will populate that with the most recent photo taken. User takes a picture, save the image, path to SQLite, and update the thumbnail. That is done. And then for every photo taken, get all currently added and selected contacts from SQLite and store the name of each contact in a comma-separated string so that can be shown to the user later. That's done. So all of these tasks for week 2 have been accomplished. And that is all I have for now. So thank you for watching, and I will give you an update next week on the final product. Thank you.